Hey guys, what's going on? Today I am going to film a little recipe for you guys. One of my favorite things to do is to find like creative ways to make like desserts because I love desserts. I have like the biggest sweet tooth ever, but so one of my favorite things to do is to find ways to make like healthier desserts and like protein, add like more protein into them. So this is a recipe that I found off of like one of the girls that I follow's like Instagram. I changed like some of the ingredients around a little bit, but I changed them around a little bit. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be making today. They are pumpkin protein bars. They're my absolute favorite dessert ever, or lunch, or breakfast, or whenever I decide to eat them because they're good at any time. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll probably just like show each ingredient as I put them in and show you guys the final product. Hopefully you guys like them and try them out yourselves. So we're gonna do all of the dry ingredients first. So I have Pea Science Select. You could use any protein powder you want, but honestly, like this protein powder just bakes a lot better than any other. Like I've tried Quest to make these, I've tried Gold Standard, I've tried BPI, but none of them like bake as well. This is like a whey casein blend, which is why I think it bakes so well, and it also just tastes really, really good. So I'm using the gourmet vanilla flavor, but you could go ahead and use the snickerdoodle one, or if you wanted to make them kind of chocolatey, you could use the chocolate cupcake or the peanut butter cup one. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 scoops of the Pea Science Select. Just a little disclaimer, I'm not you could weigh like everything out to be super accurate, which I've done plenty of times, but we're not like super accurately tracking macros right now, just like intuitive eating and being cautious of what we're eating, so it's not really a big deal. And I'm still going to use like measuring cups and measuring spoons, but those aren't as accurate as a scale, so if you need to be accurate, if you are dieting, then go ahead and use your food scale. Almond flour. I'm using the Bob's Red Mill because this is just what I have, but they do sell at like Whole Foods and Oliver's. If you have an Oliver's near you at Whole Foods, they have these items in like bulk, and you can just like take as much as you want. So yeah, I'm gonna do 3/4 of a cup of the almond flour. Coconut flour. I'm using the Bob's Red Mill also for this. I'm going to go ahead and do a 1/2 cup of this. Zero-calorie sweetener. I'm using stevia. You could use Splenda. You could use whatever you want. We have stevia on hand, so stevia is what I'm going to use. I'm going to do 6 packets, but you could do 3 to 9 packets. It just depends on like how sweet you want it to be. I like them kind of sweet, so I'm going to go ahead and use 6 packets. Alright, so as far as spices go, we are going to do 1 tablespoon of the pumpkin pie spice. I'm probably going to do like a heaping tablespoon, but again, it just depends on like how much flavor you want in it. If you don't want as much, then put a little bit less pumpkin spice. We're going to do some ground cinnamon. Probably about 1/2 of a tablespoon, but I just go, it has like the little things in it, so I just go ahead and shake it in. Again, just however much you want to do. Baking soda. I'm going to go ahead and do a 1/2 teaspoon of the baking soda. And baking powder. I'm going to go ahead and do a full teaspoon of that. Look how cute these little measuring spoons are that Ronnie's mom has. They're so cute. I like them so much. Anyway. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Sometimes when I make these, I made them so many times I don't like use the recipe anymore, which I probably should because sometimes I forget something. But no. That's everything. So we're going to go ahead and grab a whisk. At my parents' house I have a KitchenAid, which I will be bringing with me to San Diego, but I don't have it right now, so we're just going to use a whisk, mix all the dry ingredients together real quick. We're gonna add 1 can of canned pumpkin, 100% pure pumpkin. You can use like the pumpkin pie mix if you want to do that, but it's like double the carbs. So this is what we don't use because we don't need double the carbs. Put 1 whole egg in. Where's my tall boyfriend when I need him? Nowhere to be found. Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna do a tablespoon of canola oil. You can use coconut oil if you want. You can use whatever you want. I just have canola oil on hand, so that's what I'm gonna use. So 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to do a little bit of sugar-free syrup. You could use Walden Farms. You could use whatever sugar-free syrup you want. About 1/4 of a cup of this. I'm not going to measure it out, but around 1/4 of a cup. a 9x13 pan, a standard cooking pan. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it all sprayed up with my cooking oil, cooking spray. Don't want to use oil or anything because that'll just add way more fat to it, so cooking spray. The batter's gonna be kind of, you can't really see that. Sorry, this lighting is kind of crappy right now. But it's a thick batter. It's a really thick batter. It doesn't but that is how you want it to be. You don't want it to be like super runny or anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in the pan now. You could use a smaller pan if you want and make them like thicker, but I like them to be like volume, so I like them to be like bigger but kind of thinner. Just if you use a smaller pan, make sure that you cook them long enough. Make sure you get it all even, like so. And I am gonna go ahead and put it in the oven for, oh, don't forget to preheat your oven, 350. We're gonna put it in the oven for 25 minutes. I check it at 20 minutes. If I feel like it needs a little bit longer, test it. Then I put it in for a few more minutes, but something around there. You could add like chocolate chips, which I do a lot, or like nuts or something if you wanted to it. We don't really have any of that today. We just had some pumpkin and we both really wanted pumpkin bars, so I went ahead and made them, and they're gonna be a little bit lower calorie because of that. I will tell you guys what the macros per slice are when they're done. Alright, here is the final product. The whole house smells so good right now. Alright, I'm gonna cut them up and show you what they look like in one serving size. Alright guys, so there we have it. Here is one pumpkin protein bar. Let me show you for reference. They're pretty good size. They're still so warm. Oh, can't wait to eat them. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little pumpkin bar tutorial. I had a lot of fun making them. They're one of my favorite recipes. If you try them, leave a comment and let me know how you like them. I'm sure you'll love them because they're great. So yeah, thanks for coming along and watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.